I always get. Oh, there's your green.
We really liked the color unit. We also really liked Jen Lewin's The Pool. We also found this thing at MIT where they did Tetris on the side of a building. And we really love these concepts of color and light and visibility and interaction. And we wanted something to be very public and delightful and basically something that people would want to interact with and use and be happy about it. So we also really wanted this to be personal and reflect the campus environment, and so we were thinking, you know, what can we reflect? What's a question that we can ask that people will respond to very simply? And basically just how are you feeling was kind of our question, and that translates really easily into color. So our transformation was campus mood to color and light.
We thought about using the one side of Frisk just because it's like super central, or the computer area, or maybe like change the lights out in the game room, just because like Frisk is where most people spend time and there would like be a lot of traffic and a lot of people would see it. But we ultimately went with Vine, which was our original idea, just because Vine is like the tallest building, and especially since we put the lights on the top floor, it would be visible at night when you're like walking around. We actually started out with LED light strips, just because they seem like the cheapest and easiest. We had to like use circuits in order to control the lights and like get the full range of colors that we wanted, because when the like LED strip itself only had like a few colors that you could use. To make that circuit for like each window pane so that we could control it separately, and just like we'd have to get like Wi-Fi shields and stuff for every single Arduino, and it ended up being really complicated. So in the end we went with flux light bulbs, which have their own Wi-Fi. And so we made the website on the left, feelingcolor.herokuapp.com, and that just like sends information directly to the 4 light bulbs that are hanging up there. Just like there are 4 light bulbs. People can go to the website when it's live, which is 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. and they like pick a color, submit it, and so the light bulb to the furthest left will receive the newest data, and it bumps like every single mood over one so that it can display like 4 moods at once.
We had to deal with IoT setup, which I didn't realize is quite a pain on campus. So anything like IoT is pretty much meant for a home Wi-Fi network, but P wireless, like EduRoam, like probably wisely doesn't allow you to just like discover other things on the network. So that took a little bit of like finagling, and we ended up I'm still not entirely sure how it works, but we found this library in Go where we have registered each bulb on DormNet, so they're all on PU wireless, and then we can like control them remotely via this like API that like searches for their MAC address, and yeah, so that ended up being fine. Everything is also written in Go, which was an experience because none of us had used that before, so that was a fun thing that we learned. One consideration that we had also is like, I think that Princeton students like to, if they're bored and maybe a little mean, like mess with things like this. So a lot of it was like, okay, so like how do we make sure that nobody like just like jams these API endpoints with like 10,000 requests, and like we're using like the free tier on Heroku, if you guys know, it's just like a server. It gives us 10,000 rows so that's like saying basically we really can't go over like 10,000 total like submissions. So like security concerns like
I'm painting the bright green for jealousy. Did you do it? Oh! It changed!
I'm feeling fine. I felt sort of irritable this morning.
What's your reaction?
Wow!
Wow.
I feel so seen! I just feel great. This is so exciting. I'm glad someone's feeling pink. That's a nice color to feel.
Your mood is brightened.
I'm now feeling like a forest green.
Okay.
I thought it was a nice way to capture how I was feeling and kind of project it onto a larger audience and you could also vibe with it. I think it's a good way of communicating something that a lot of people don't necessarily communicate properly through words. So I think that how are you feeling is a really simple thing to kind of just put aside and just say it's a really easy answer to like, oh good or oh fine. And so I think that putting it in a more visual way is a really great idea.
So how do you guys feel about your moods being displayed for the public?
Ecstatic.
It's very interesting. Yeah, it's really cool.
I like being able to have control over some aspect of the campus.
Yeah. I think it's cool that I can just like hit it on my app and then I see it over there.
It's the first time I've enjoyed looking at Fine Hall. It's cool. We should do more lights. It's really interesting to see what different people are thinking at the same time.
It'd be cool if everyone could do it and then we could do patterns together.
Like it might be interesting to see what the lights turn during like exams or something when a lot of people are stressed out.
Yeah, just a minute, yeah. Okay. I thought it'd be cool to take like the entire top face of that part of the building. And then for example we could have like we can fit probably like 5,000 lights, which is like the entire undergraduate body, and then like anyone can change like their light at any point in time.
Are interested in the visibility aspect more so than like the like what is my mood, what is the campus mood. I was talking to my friends who were like, yeah, like we want to just like send like a couple hundred things up there, like match with music and like get something going, like some kind of rhythm. I'm like, people are like, oh, like let me just see, like let's put a color I like up there as opposed to like, oh, like what am I really feeling? Like it's less introspective because it's so visible.
It's like people really like the validation of being like, oh, like I have the power to like change something on this campus, which like also sort of says something interesting about like the mood and like the position of a Princeton student on campus is like that it makes them feel so validated to just like be able to change like I mean to like change a color on a building is like not a massive thing, but like people really like the visibility of it, so it's just sort of interesting. Like the idea of like putting it in a classroom and like you come in and like, oh, like everyone knows your mood, like you don't have to say it to them, you can do it in like a more like implicit way, so it's kind of interesting.
I guess the limiting factor is not time but money, because like it would be great to be able to like surround the entire PL with light bulbs, right? Or like ideally our original idea was to like put some sort of like every window pane like down on the side, so like stuff like that. I think just like the bigger the like size of the installation, the more impact it would have.
Yeah, I'd say in the future, just expand.
Yeah, we should find